Hey y'all, it's your friendly neighborhood therapist. Listen, this is specifically for black women who agree with Jess Hilarious. Okay? Let me be clear. This is specifically for black women who agree with Jess Hilarious. A couple points. In the exact same week in which so many black women were able to breathe a sigh of relief that a black man seemingly understands misogyny. Deontay from the Grits and Eggs podcast. We love him. He's one of the few who deserves a podcast microphone. In the same week in which I saw y'all in comments saying it's mind boggling that more black men can't understand misogyny and where black women are coming from on these issues when it comes to abusers and such, yet they can understand racism because in that scenario, they are the ones who are oppressed. it, in the same week where y'all couldn't figure this out, where y'all were kind of upset, as we often have been, at black men not getting it, y'all get on the internet and agree with Just Hilarious, which means you don't get it when it comes to transgender women. You understand racism. You understand misogyny. You understand misogynoir. You don't understand transphobia. Let me explain to you how these things are similar. They are all forms of oppression and discrimination, and they cause the minority group in question to be in harm's way. The young woman who was on that Breakfast Club interview in which Jess Hilarious decided to show her transphobia yet again, I don't understand it. I don't understand why this has to keep coming up. I don't get it. But we really need to have a heart to heart about this, y'all, because it's not making sense. I don't know how many times it has to be reiterated that biological sex and gender are two different things. Biological sex is what you are born with. That is you. Is nothing you can do about that. You are either born male or female based off the definitions of biology. Gender is a made up, man made social construct. The idea of men and women was created and has changed over time. I've talked about this before, and y'all hopped in my comments mad about what I said then. And even then, it was because Jess Hilarious had said so. But the young woman on the Breakfast Club gathered her so politely, so professionally. Yes, anyone with a uterus can have a child. Individuals with a uterus vary. Women can have a uterus, trans women can have a uterus, non gender conforming people can have a uterus. Anyone with a uterus can have a child, okay? But here's where I get really just, I don't even know how to feel. Because why are we still reducing womanhood, this made up construct? Why are we still reducing being a woman to having a uterus? I have told y'all before, I no longer have a uterus. So did my womanhood disappear when they took my uterus out? I just questions. There was a woman in the comments who said she has two uteri. Rare condition, but she has two. It would be a very high risk for her to have a child, so she has opted not to. Is she less of a woman because she doesn't want to use her uterus? I don't know what it will take to make people understand that to be a man and to be a woman is much more than body parts. It's much more than these things that y'all make it. Like, I don't get it. Now, mind you, maybe it's not, because like I said, gender is a construct. Sex is your body parts. You are female if you are born with a uterus, a vagina, fallopian tubes, eggs. You are male if you are born with testes and a penis. That is a biology lesson that we learned very young. Man and woman is not as clear cut, and I don't know why y'all don't seem to be able to grasp that. And I don't know why y'all don't seem to be able to grasp how racism, misogyny, transphobia, they're all different branches of the same evil root. And y'all continue to perpetuate it. And then lastly, this is what y'all got into it about before when Jess didn't want to be called cisgender. I'll reiterate again. If you're not cis, then what are you? The only other option is to be trans. Are you trans? I don't get what y'all issue is with the label. I really don't. If you are not transgender, you are cisgender. No different than if you don't identify as a man, then you identify as a woman. If you weren't born male, then you were born female, unless you're intersex, but I'm not getting into all of that because clearly we can't even understand the basics. If you're not happy, you might be sad or mad. If it's not light, it's dark. If you're not trans, you're cis. How hard is this to understand? We really got to work on this. Like I said, I'm specifically talking to the black women who agree with just hilarious because you are becoming the very thing in this scenario, you are the black man. Just like in that scenario, the black men who don't understand misogyny and who uphold patriarchy, they are the white man in the scenario. Here, you are the black man. You are the very thing that you just complained about for a whole week. You are that now. It's so easy to slip from being the oppressed to the oppressor when it comes to a topic that you choose not to understand. But honestly, at this point, I feel like you can't make anybody understand. The people who don't want to understand, it's not because they're incapable, it's because they don't want to. Jess Hilarious doesn't want to understand. She doesn't care. For her, you are not a woman if you don't have a uterus. So I'm not. Hey, y'all, I just found that out. I'm not. You are not a woman if you can't carry a child. So sorry. Because when you reduce womanhood to having a uterus and birthing babies, then don't get mad when that's all they reduce us to. Okay? Don't get mad at the men who reduce us to our body parts. How can you? You just did. All right, y'all. Have a beautiful, wonderful rest of y'all day, and I will holler at y'all later.